What's up, guys? So this is the first video of a series in which we're gonna comment on and recommend 5 articles in the literature among the most recent articles and the most interesting on one of the topics related to digital dentistry, okay? The first topic of today is basically surgical guides for crown lengthening, okay? Also known as periodontal surgical guides, performed with digital workflow. Okay, so the first article of today is basically an article published by Ian and collaborators in 2017 in the Journal of the American Dental Association. This is basically a case report in which the authors used a CAD/CAM surgical guide to orientate the incision of the gingival tissue to balance gingival margin levels, which were asymmetric in these patients of the case report. The authors also used CAD/CAM to perform virtual walks-up for interim restorations to stimulate the formation of papilla. Now, the second article of today is an article published by Liu and collaborators in 2018 in the Journal of Prosthetic Dentistry. This is basically a technique report in which the authors describe the procedure to perform 2 different surgical guides for crown lengthening. The first surgical guide is basically to orientate the incision of the gingival tissue, and the second surgical guide is basically to orientate the osteotomy when it's required in the procedure of crown lengthening. Now, the third article of today is basically an article published by Longo and collaborators in 2019 in the International Journal of Aesthetic Dentistry, which was previously called European Journal of Aesthetic Dentistry, by the way. Okay? This is basically a case report in which the authors emphasized the importance of performing a CAD/CAM image-guided periodontal surgery in combination with other prosthetic procedures in the aesthetic area. Okay? Now, the fourth article of today is basically an article published by our own team. So we have published this article in the Journal of Prosthetic Dentistry in 2019 as well. This is basically a technique report in which we have described the use of only one surgical guide to orientate the crown lengthening procedure, okay? So the surgical guide that we show in this article is basically composed by one band that will orientate the procedure. The bottom of the band is basically to orientate the incision of the gingival tissue, whereas the top of the band is the level of the osteotomy when it's required in the crown lengthening procedure. Now, the fifth and last article of today is basically an article published by Ahmed and collaborators in 2020 in the Journal of Prosthodontics. In this clinical report, the authors showed the use of a digital workflow for crown lengthening involving one surgical guide to orientate the procedure within an entire prosthetic rehabilitation, which also involves reduction guides for tooth preparations and posterior implant placements. So those were the 5 articles of today about crown lengthening, okay? So if you guys liked the video, please subscribe to our channel, stay tuned for more videos in the future, and see you next time.